Hey, Amanda, how's it going?
Great, Charlene. How about yourself?
It's going good. It's going good. Thanks for asking. So I'm excited again to get together with you in regards to the interest rate and the inflation. And you sent out an email. And okay, so I'm just going to introduce myself. I am Charlene Williams. I am a realtor, a real estate broker with Real Estate Homeward, and I've been with Real Estate Homeward for a little while now, but I've been a realtor for 15 years. And with me again is the lovely Amanda, and she is a mortgage agent. And introduce yourself, Amanda.
Yeah, so I'm Amanda Pivar, mortgage agent with Buying Group. I have been a mortgage agent for over 8 years, but in the industry for over 11. And I am excited to talk to you, Charlene, about everything that is happening in our market right now.
Which is a lot. It
It
really is a
is.
lot.
It is.
So you sent out an email earlier this week about the inflation rate. Seems
Yes.
like it's gone down. That's a good sign, right?
It is a good sign, but unfortunately, it is a bit of a false hope for a lot of people. Inflation numbers are down, which is excellent. That's exactly where the Bank of Canada wanted them to be. It shows them going down. But the one thing that is not going down is food. Food inflation is still extremely wild, and that is concerning for Bank of Canada because people have to eat. Another figure that will really indicate inflation over the next couple of weeks is actually electricity. There's a lot of talk of them prices going up over the next few weeks. And again, you need to eat and you need electricity. So those are two things that Big Ten is really watching closely. And yes, it's great that our inflation number's down, but ultimately these two things really also have to be down.
So those two things drive inflation as well as other things.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that drive inflation, but those are two very important things that the bank is
Hmm.
watching. I mean, we've seen gas prices down, which is great. Unfortunately, our job situation is not great. A lot of people have been laid off, and I think that will continue, which unfortunately does bring inflation down. But food and electricity needs to be watched.
Okay. And what do you say to people who think that they should have locked in the terms of interest rates, variables versus fixed?
Yeah, so I think if we look back in 2020, 2021, when most people were doing a variable rate, all the top economists in Canada, this was not predicted in the absolute slightest. We thought we were going to have a very strong housing market and strong interest rates because there was so much demand and so little supply. So if somebody says, well, I should have locked in, nobody could have predicted this was going to happen. All the top economists have been proven wrong in all their predictions. Another thing I've been reminding a lot of my variable clients is fixed people, yes, right now they haven't seen a huge jump in any of their monthly payments or monthly expenses, but they will. 80% of mortgages come up for renewal between 2024 to 2026. Anyone who is currently at a 2.5 and is renewing next year into a 5.5, overnight, their payment is literally going to go up that 40% that everybody else has been experiencing over the last year and a half. So at least with the variable, people have been able to gradually increase their payment and adjust accordingly to it. There's a reason we stress test everybody ahead of time, and it's just unfortunately you're getting hit first. Also, when we look at inflation numbers, one of the biggest things and why the Bank of Canada is saying 2025 for inflation to be back to 2% is they know that a huge portion of fixed renewals are between 2024 to halfway when they're predicting it will down of 2025 when those people will have the higher rates and be forced to cut back on their spending habits.
Wow, that is a lot.
It is. I'm the bearer of bad news, but it's the factual news.
Right. No, I get it. I figured that, with the stress test,
Mhm.
I'm of the mind that the government should take that away for now, at least, so that anybody trying to buy a house is not qualifying at 2% more.
Yeah.
That's making it difficult for first-time buyers or anyone actually trying to buy a house right now.
Unfortunately, though, it is not going to change. I think the Bank of Canada has really targeted housing. They have made it pretty clear they want values to come down. They said they need to start coming down. It's just on a realistic pace. This is not the first time, though, the Bank of Canada has targeted housing. And it probably won't be the last. Everything goes on historical. If we look back in the past, when Bank of Canada target housing, people adjusted and prices went back up. Even with things like this in the past, real estate in Canada has always doubled every 10 years.
Wow. So I have to wait another 8.5 years for my house value to double.
I mean, you might have to, it could happen sooner, but historically,
Right.
that is what the numbers are.
Well, when you say things to me, yes, I think I understand, but when we put it to examples, especially when it involves me, it helps me to understand even more so. And
Um,
that's why I did that. Yeah.
Absolutely. And also too, when I look at a lot of my variable clients at the time of, this was before, but we had to qualify everybody on 5.25 and it was qualifying on rate plus 2%. So any of my clients who maybe were on that cusp of not being able to afford their perfect home, variable was the easy solution to maximize affordability. And I think a lot of people are quick to forget that the only reason they were able to get into that property was because of how low variables were as well.
Right, right. Okay. Well, again, a lot of information. I'm trying to take it all in.
Information overload today.
Yeah. Do you have any predictions for, let's say, next month? I know the Bank of Canada, I think, is meeting in
Oh, September.
September.
Yes, so that's our next announcement, but we will have inflation numbers in August. It's really a toss-up right now. I mean, a lot of top economists said that they pulled the trigger a little too quick on increasing rates. They should have waited for July numbers to come out. So by the time they meet again in September, we'll have 2 full months of data to show us how inflation's doing. It's really a tough call. People are torn. People think they might just increase it to be a lot more aggressive. Others think they might not. I think until we have August numbers, it's hard to make an educated guess.
Right, right. Wow. Feel like I'm sitting on pins and needles, but I really appreciate the information though.
Absolutely, I'm here for it. And I think, as we know, a lot of people are probably in a locked fixed rate right now for a couple of months. It's slowly starting to expire, and we see it. I mean, Charlene, you must see all the bidding wars that are happening in the Durham region in particular right now.
Still, yes.
Yeah.
We still don't have enough housing, so I don't know how the Bank of Canada has come to this conclusion, that they think raising interest rates will slow down the housing market and cause prices to go down. It really is not.
No, and it's going to be hard too, because with our immigration numbers as well. So everybody needs to find somewhere to live. And also, a lot of people moving into Canada have very large deposits they're actually coming with that make it affordable for them to purchase.
Right. But we also are experiencing the 2-year foreign buyer ban.
This is correct. But if somebody's here on a work visa, they are able to purchase. If they have their permanent resident, they are able to purchase a property.
Oh, yes, that is also good to know.
I also think the foreign investor ban was not enough to actually slow down the market like they thought. If you actually look at the big figure, it's a very, very small portion of our market that actually were foreign investors over the last couple of years. The demand was just coming from Canadians who live in Canada and need to buy properties.
Right. No, and I had this discussion last night at the dinner party that I was at, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, we need the 2-year foreign buyer ban. And I said, no, it really does not affect regular everyday folks that want to purchase.
Absolutely.
It's a less than 2%.
It's very true. I
So,
think what it affects more is just our new condo purchase. And a lot of foreign investors purchase the new condos.
yes, yes, absolutely. Okay, well, I mean, thanks for the information, I think.
You're welcome. For all the kind of tough love information or kind of,
Yeah,
but
a lot,
these
a
need
lot.
to be talked about. I think people need education on this, and a lot of my phone calls lately are not any new clients. It's my existing variables who just want to talk about different scenarios and run situations. So any of your clients or anyone watching this that just wants a second opinion, feel free to call me.
Yeah, we're gonna put all of your contact information at the bottom and of course my contact information as well. Amanda's been a great resource for us, for me and the rest of my team. So it's good news that we have her here that we can ask questions.
Absolutely. I'm not going anywhere.
Excellent. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks
No
again.
problem. Thanks, Charlene. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, take care.